Department! Just done it again. Shut my EBT card off.
Hey, your baby girl.
Oh, shut up! Had somebody send me $1.34 on Cash App and said unblock me. No, I told you it's plain as day. You come on there saying EBT fart card, I'm gonna block you. I don't care who you are.
Tammy Jo Hull is a paranoid schizophrenic and a scary-looking woman in her 50s. She got famous for a massive cross-country road trip to catch someone who stole her EBT card. Tammy appears to have countless mental disorders, including bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, paranoid schizophrenia, and countless more. Today, I'll be going over Tammy's personal life, online career, and controversy, which will all be split up in their respective sections. Let's begin. Tammy was born in Missouri. However, she moved down to Texas at an unknown point in her life. She had 4 kids. One unfortunately passed as an infant, and her 2 sons and 1 daughter are all adults. More on them later. Tammy began her online career on TikTok, where she was documenting her trip from Texas to Jasper, Missouri, in order to confront the police station about her ex-boyfriend, who goes by the name of Don Myers. Don is in the targets of Tammy because he allegedly stole her EBT card, or as Tammy likes to call it, her EBT fart card, which, if you didn't know, is a government food assistance card. These are extremely easy to replace. All you really have to do is go to your local unemployment center or whatever and report it stolen. I mean, hell, you could even just call them and say the same thing. There's literally no need to travel over 600 miles across multiple state lines for something you most likely can't even sue someone over or charge them with. And I don't know why, but for some reason TikTok viewers thought it would be a good idea to send Tammy donations in order to fund her big road trip. Maybe it was because possibly her fans had no idea of who she really was and were just giving money to a crazy lady because they felt like it'd be funny. I'll go more into this later, but right now you just need to know that Tammy is an extremely horrible person. Like, unapologetically, morally, a bad person. But anyways, Tammy would continue strong on her road trip due to follower donations. And FYI, the only reason she's going all the way to Jasper, Missouri is because she apparently called the Jasper City Police Department to report the theft of her EBT fart card. And they allegedly told her to come in person to file a police report. However, I'd take this with a massive grain of salt, since she's known for lying about a lot of things, or just being generally delusional. And this goes for the rest of the video. Tammy documented her entire journey, making scary and crazy TikTok videos the entire time. Most of them were unstable rants about the Jasper Police Department and the US government.
This is for Jasper County Sheriff's Department in Carthage, Missouri. You toenail eating. You lousy failures.
America! Sit back and watch somebody have a nervous breakdown over an unjust police department! I can't take no more! I can't take no more! I've had it! I've had it! I've had it!
Eventually, after a, not really, grueling effort, Tammy made it to Jasper, Missouri, and after that, the Jasper City Police Department. And instead of going in there to file a report like she traveled 600 miles for, Tammy just verbally berated the police officers for a few minutes, recorded all of it, and left.
This is getting old now. I mean, this better be the last time I have to come. That's all I got to say. I expect a result out of this trip. Drove my damn wheels off, you know. Biggest and fat head. Hi, is the sheriff in?
He's in a meeting.
Well, I'll wait till the meeting's over. So I'd like to.
Literally just started.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
We'll wait till the meeting ends. During the meeting. Hey, I was told there was a court thing about me. I would like to know what that court was about. I'd like to know because I didn't ever receive my mail because Don Myers has not given me my mail in the last 3 years. He's never given me my mail the whole time I've lived there. He's kept everything from me. I didn't know where it was going. And I really didn't care at the time. I was going through a traumatic experience. So, besides Dawn, I don't like her. She's been a rude little the whole time. You know you have. Don't sit there and smirk at me. You have, and you know it. And I said, if anybody does jail time, you need to do jail time too over this. 2 men came in and claimed to finding this grass, and they took her and got them put on KOAM and everything over this grass, and she knows how many times I come in here over it. Don't you? Don't you?
I'm here and I'm respectful to you.
No, you ain't. You're lying through your teeth. Don't act like it now, sweetie. Don't act like it now. Don't. Don't do that. That's wrong right there. She hasn't been. She's lying. I'm shaking. I am. I'm tired of it. And I'm not gonna take the lying on top of it all. You guys have seen it. That's what's funny. They don't think that. They're I don't know what, I think their cheese is slid off their crackers. Not mine. I'm shaking inside. Are you the sheriff?
Nope.
Where's the sheriff?
I have no idea.
Well, I want to wait and talk to the sheriff.
Okay, well, you're not going to. So, what can I do for you?
I want to know what the court thing was over me. Why Don Myers had defended me in court. What's this about? Because I never knew anything about a court date. He had my mail for the last 3 years. You guys are doing something crooked, and it's going to come to a boiling stop. You know that, don't you?
Okay.
Yin's never checked into the food stamps. Yin's never done anything. Did you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The food stamps Don Myers stole from me that I've been coming up here about.
Don't know what
You're a liar, and these guys know that.
Okay,
I'm on YouTube. I'm gonna leave.
You can leave.
But you're gonna do jail time for what you've done. You know that, don't you? You're doing jail time, big boy.
Have a good day.
You have bullied me for 3 years while I begged you to listen to me over this grass.
You can
Tell
leave.
him to be quiet a minute. Let me say something,
No.
please. I've been
leave.
bullied all this time. They've done stuff online to me and stuff. They've went to court over me and had all this to say about me behind my back.
Okay.
I have something to say to you.
Okay, well, I
You're a
don't have anything
failure.
to say to you.
That's all. Good
Okay.
day,
Have a good
big
day.
boy.
Yep.
Don't come near me.
I'm making sure.
Back up.
Go.
Shut up, failure. Make sure I'm leaving. Lock the door behind me, fat boy. Fat boy. They know, don't they? Don't know what I'm talking about? They don't know what I'm talking about? You guys, you see? They get a grit in their teeth. They cannot stand me. Ow! Thank you, guys. Thank you. But nothing done. I'm going to the courthouse. I'm gonna find out why they had court about me. I have every right to know.
You'd think after all this, after driving in her beat-down truck hundreds upon hundreds of miles to report this man to the police, she'd absolutely hate him, right? You'd be wrong. Right after this incident, Tammy got together with Don again, despite his apparent theft of her EBT fart card. Also, if you're confused about the quote-unquote EBT fart card, Tammy accidentally misspoke in a video she posted where she referred to her EBT card as an EBT fart card. This started a massive meme in her community. Tammy still hasn't figured out how comment filters work, so she manually blocks anyone who comments EBT fart card. At least she used to, since her TikTok account is now banned.
Just done it again. Shut my EBT fart card off. You guys, I can't do this. You know, he's grasping. He's grasping. You know, I mean, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. I wish I'd got a yogurt when I had it, you know. This is low life. This is low life. Okay? Government! You're right behind it all, and I'm on my way. I'm almost there. God is coming! Just know that. God's coming.
Back to the story, however. Tammy would find out Dawn was a cook. Breaking Bad style. She initially wanted to report him, but decided not to. It was also not long after this that Tammy became extremely delusional due to an apparent parasite in Don's skin, which doesn't exist. Tammy would cover Don's back with baking soda and castor oil, claiming something was moving inside his skin. Tammy blamed the grass around his property for this reason, and began collecting grass to get tested. And when it was tested in a lab, nothing came up, to nobody's surprise. Her other delusions, at that time specifically, included giant spiders and seeing red lights in the sky. These are an obvious byproduct of her paranoid schizophrenia. I mean, it's literally textbook. Eventually, Don kicked her out, and since Tammy really had nowhere else to stay, due to her being a few states away from wherever she was staying originally, Tammy decided to live in her truck and survive off of the donations of her TikTok fan base. And Tammy, like most lolcows who live off of donations, likes to waste money, mostly on going out to eat. Keep in mind, this woman lives in a truck with a dog. It would be around this time when Tammy would discover the dreadful hemlock. While researching what was wrong with the grass around Don's property, she went to a library and picked up a book about dangerous plants, where she discovered hemlock. Hemlock is a quote-unquote highly poisonous flowering plant in the carrot family, native to Europe and North Africa.
I got all of this for $30.
North Africa, end quote. Not North America, where she obviously was. Hemlock also doesn't carry parasites, which was Tammy's massive issue with it. The plant is just toxic to ingest. It also looks completely different to grass and unmistakable for each other, which just goes to show how messed up Tammy really is in the head. However, she was really into the idea of this imaginary parasite-carrying grass, so much so that she went to some kind of city council meeting to warn everyone about the dangerous hemlock. It is extremely cringy to watch, so I will speed it up for you. Here it is.
My name is Nicole, and I'm currently living wherever I park my truck. But anyways, I came to this town, and I met a guy, and I went through a living hell. I'd like to talk to the outside of this room about what all I've been through, so I don't want to go into detail with everybody with it. But before I left, because I went all the way to Washington, D.C. to try to be heard. I went to George Washington Carver State Park. You guys all know that. Thousands of kids go out there. It is so poisoned and thickened by hemlock and water hemlock, the eastern hemlock. Somebody needs to wake the hell up and pay attention. I've got to look at it because it's bad. I'm sorry, I get so emotional thinking about it, because it's been 3 years I've been dealing with this, and I went through a living hell. It's the pink in the sky. I said that the last time. I mean, I would like the respect of somebody, because I expected a call. The last time I came to the meeting and told you about this grass. I can take things out to it. It's a patch over by the Circle E. The house next to the Circle E, it's got fields so infested. And I've been to 15 doctors, a dermatologist, and I've been mocked so much. My legs are shaking. And I don't want another person to go through this. I believe in, if you see something, I believe in telling people and making awareness. And it's ignorance to ignore it when you hear. Because anybody in here can Google, my leg is going 900 to nothing shaking there. But you can Google it, and it causes distortion of the body. It causes madness. I've got so much proof. But in the last 3 years, I've been begging somebody to hear me out. No one saw my pictures. No one has listened to me really. And it has been a very lonely place to be. But in the tab above his head, it says, "In God we trust." We all need to read that. Because this is God's plan. You go out to George Washington Carver State Park, in a second little monument or little plaque thing that is out there, it says George Washington Carver and God had a secret garden. This is their secret garden. It's out of hand. We've all got wrapped up in our, I'm sorry, I don't mean no offense by this, but our makeup, our hair, our earrings, what we're driving, how we smell, instead of how we act, how we treat each other.
This disruption raised zero suspicion among the people of Jasper, so Tammy just went back to schizo posting in her truck. And speaking of schizo posting, that's what this next section is about. Tammy started her online career on TikTok, like I mentioned before. She used it to document her journey from her home to Jasper, Missouri, and document she did. Tammy posted obsessively. Her TikTok was just banned at the moment of me writing the script. However, I did manage to record a video that shows just how much she posted on TikTok. It'll honestly shock you. Here it is. Just to show you all how incessantly Tammy posts, I'm just gonna take a little scroll down, and I want you to guess how much time all these videos took to make. All these videos, there's a lot. Just gonna scroll down. It's probably past 100 at least by now. All these videos. Let's see here. 319. That is less than 2 weeks. All of these videos were made in less than 2 weeks. Just to give you an insight into how much she posts a day, 14 hours ago, 15 hours ago, 18 hours ago, 19 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 hours ago, 22 hours ago, 22 hours ago, 22 hours ago, 23 hours ago, 23 hours ago, 23 hours ago, 1 day ago. So let's count. In 1 day, she made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 videos in a single day. And keep in mind, this was only in a 10-hour time span. 14 hours ago, 24 hours ago. This was in a 10-hour time span. So she made 19 videos in 10 hours. Tammy managed this now non-existent TikTok account and a YouTube channel, both of which she live streamed on. Her streams aren't anything very special. Like her regular posts, Tammy just spews random, incoherent rants about the government mostly, and Jasper City. She really hates Jasper, including the Jasper Police Department. That's like her main target. Now that Tammy's TikTok is banned, she's going to turn all her attention to grifting on YouTube in order to scam people out of money, which segues us into our next and final section. I mentioned before that Tammy survives off of donations from others, but what I didn't mention is that she scams people in order to get a lot of these donations. She has a few ways of doing this. Sometimes Tammy poses as a religious kind of person in order to get a lot of her really big supporters to donate, since a part of them, or a big part of them, are religious. Tammy also does something that makes me really feel sick. A lot of the time, she blocks anyone who sends her money right after they send the money, and then acts like she never got anything. Tammy is also a thief, admitting to stealing money from her own sister during a funeral. And speaking of Tammy's family, they are a whole other can of worms. And when you look into them, you'll see what kind of person Tammy really is. Both her sons are in terrible condition. Her older son, whose name is unknown, has struggled with substance addiction and the law, constantly being in and out of rehab and prison for most of the time Tammy has been active on TikTok. He has had a bit of direct contact with her, but nothing major. Her younger son, though, is a different story. According to Tammy, he attempted a few years ago. From what I know, this attempt thankfully didn't succeed. However, he was unfortunately left disfigured. Tammy, even more sickeningly, uses this to garner sympathy for herself, even though she did very little, if anything, to help the situation, and instead uses it to get more donations that she would waste on things like fast food. There is, however, another big expense in her life besides fast food, or at least something that should be a big expense: Tammy's dog. The dog's name is Heidi, and she appears to be some sort of mutt, partly Doberman if I had to guess. One look at the poor thing and you can immediately tell it's malnourished and neglected. She lives in Tammy's truck, and as you saw in my video of her insane posting schedule, Tammy really doesn't pay much attention to Heidi. This includes things like walks, playing time, etc. And this also applies to the insanely long live streams Tammy does that last hours upon hours. She doesn't get out to take Heidi for a walk once. And not only that, some dark things have been shown to happen between the two on Tammy's live streams. Tammy has been shown to physically hurt Heidi. I obviously can't show it here, but I will link 2 videos to show you what I'm talking about. It's not always 100% visible, but you can see her reaching towards Heidi, doing something off camera that makes the dog wince and whine in pain, etc. My guess is Tammy is punching Heidi or digging her nails into Heidi's skin. There seems to be no way out for this poor dog, since Tammy lives in her truck and is constantly moving, which makes it hard to track her down and save the dog. However, it is possible. We did it with Daniel Larson's poor dog, and we can do it with this one. That's it for this video. Thank you all for watching,